Hey, Tim Holstad, singer-songwriter. Thanks for stopping. Here's our second installment of the Austin trip. The trip from hell for me, it really was. It's kind of a fitting day to do this because it's 40s outside and it's going to get below freezing tonight, and it's basically going to be the same thing tomorrow, but this is kind of like the last gasp of this, and then it'll get warmer. It's kind of something that we got to keep in mind. You're going to have your tough days, right? You're going to have those times where things don't go the way you wanted them to. You're just kind of trying to get through them. And you have to make that effort. You have to keep going because everything in this life changes. Everything. And if you hang on, if you keep going long enough, eventually it does get better. But there are those times that kind of push you to the brink sometimes, and this trip was one of them. So, when we left you last, I had finally made it to Austin, Texas. Finally made it to the hotel where the book club was having its gathering, where I was going to do the show. It's Saturday. I'd gotten there at 3 a.m., I should say 2:30. Crash after I loaded everything up, so that's about 3 in the morning. So maybe it's 6 hours later. I get up and I start to go and meet people and just kind of let everybody know, hey, I made it. Everything's cool for the most part, just working on it. And I coordinated with the other musicians, obviously. We found a place during the day, sort of like a lunch break, where we could get together and we could practice a little bit and just make sure that we were kind of ready for the show. And in the meantime, there's all these different talks going on, different aspects of the books, hopes and dreams people have, goals and ambitions that the club wants to do later. I mean, it's a really exciting event. I mean, it really was well done. It was good to see a lot of people that I had met in the past, some I hadn't, some new people that were kind of movers and shakers, and a lot of people with hopes and dreams wanting to do things and make a difference in their lives and in other people's lives. And it really was an exciting event and just a beautiful atmosphere to be in. These things always are. And it was so surreal, so 1000% surreal for me, because there's all this stuff going on, all this hustle and bustle, and everybody's all excited, and people are so happy to see one another and just talk and reminisce about different times and talk about what's going on, what they're doing now. And I'm kind of in this parallel universe almost. I'm kind of there and not there, really, just kind of in agony. It just had been such a difficult trip. I'm so tired. Finally made it. Don't know how I'm going to get back, but I'm just trying to do the best I can because there's this show. And so you've got these different events that are going along the way, meet different people. Just some amazing people that I'd met. Some of the people that had done a lot to move the club further, and I hadn't met these people before and had a chance to meet them, and just all the people that coordinated all this. It was really something amazing. I made a point of it to thank them because I can't talk about that environment and actually put you there. It's something you've got to experience. And if you read anything about the Neo-Think Society and Mark Hamilton, he's kind of face to the world now, so I can talk a little bit about it. You need to give it a shot because it's a very large body of writings that lets you take control of your own life, take your power back. Don't surrender that to somebody else. Organize it so that you can think of it as a business and you can move forward and you can clear so many hurdles if you've got the right tools and you apply them. And I have met some wonderful people here that help me to keep going. so I didn't wash out. They saw something, and that's where all these shows came from. And here's this other one, and I made it. Amazingly, I've made it, and it's time to do this show pretty soon. And just kind of getting together with people left and right. There was this really pretty gal that I had a chance to meet and talk to, and just had come despite having had a real terrific family tragedy a couple days before, and yet just wanted to be there. That's the way these things kind of are, and it was really wonderful, that feeling, just talking with her and hearing her story. And we planned to get together later. Didn't ever really happen, but just a lot of different kaleidoscopic events that are going on this day. It was just really amazing. So we get this lunch break, and the musicians, the three of us, we get together. Everything happened in my room, obviously. I've got the most gear. And so the rehearsals went well. It's like, we could do this. We could make this happen if everything went right. And there were some more events, and the time we're supposed to play, I didn't really agree with this part. They had this, 4-hour type of a slice that they set off in the evening for everybody to dance. And they wanted to do this music part, this live music part, in the middle of it. And I just thought to myself, still do, if they would have just had us as the warm-up event, then they can dance to their heart's content. That's kind of the real thing that they wanted to do. We're an aspect of an essence that is what some people have, and it's not everybody. And they've given us this time, and that's great, but it wasn't the prime thing they wanted to do. They wanted to have that dance, and I think we could have just let them do that. It would have gone a lot more smoothly if they had just put us in the beginning, and then go ahead and do the dancing they wanted to do, and it wasn't broken up. But anyhow, we're trying to get everything set up. There were some problems. It didn't go so well. And then when it's time to play, I can't really hear the other guys. So it was really kind of a frustrating setup that way. I really couldn't help them like I wanted to. And they, as it turned out, left a good part of the time that we had to me. So it's like, all right, they didn't really want to join with what I was doing. That's fine. The chords that I play are more progressive chords. Remember my genre: adult, alternative, progressive, folk rock. Suspended sounds and polychords and things like this aren't stuff you can pick up right away. It's not the cowboy chords type of stuff, So they just left it to me. And, there's this riser. It's a pretty big room because there's a lot of people. It's like, over 400 people at this thing. And, we'd gotten everything set up on the stage in this big room, and obviously you're sort of in the front, you're back against a wall, kind of. And sometimes it can feel that way, right? You've got to play the show, but you've also got to take your surroundings in a little bit and then forget about it. And you got to focus on what you got to do. It's all in the preparation. And if you've prepared right, if you've focused right, you're going to be okay. In this case, that still was how it worked out, although I didn't get a chance to play the whole show. It was just kind of a real downer that way. We'd started later. I couldn't do everything. Basically somebody came up, and one of the musicians came up and tapped me and said, "Hey Tim, we got to wrap this up. Let's just give us your closing number." So I did, and it was just kind of a very frustrating, unfulfilling feeling. I didn't get to play everything that I wanted to. Um, it's just, it was a difficult situation. But, it's kind of funny. I still get a compliment here and there from that show. People were really impressed by the fact that despite everything, I got there. And felt that I played really well. I didn't feel it at the time, but, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, whether you got your best stuff or not, the show has to go on. And I was really exhausted, it was a rough one. Get in at Saturday morning, get to sleep finally at 3 a.m. and here we are. It's about 17 hours after that, and trying to play, and just exhausted and doing the best I can. Got through it. Again, I would have loved to have been able to hear the other guys. The one in particular, I just couldn't hear at all. And, you do the best you can. And that's really what it came down to. And the main thing was that, yes, I got there. Yes, the show got played. Yes, I gave it everything I had. And maybe you get these times in life where you do something. You told the people you were going to do it, that had asked you to, and there are problems, but you persevere, you keep going anyway. You get there, you do what you say you were going to do. And it matters to people. It matters that you follow through and do what you are going to say. And sometimes the circumstances surrounding how you had to do it, how you had to get it done, how you had to get there, sometimes maybe it's just put you through hell, but it just kind of adds more weight, more gravity, more emotional effect to the fact that you got there. So you're doing this, and people are just, it makes an impression on them. They're struck by it, and that's what they take from it. Not that you crashed and burned and you're looking really bad getting there. Everything didn't work out, so you don't look so good. But if you're there at that show that you've got to do, despite everything, it makes a difference to people, and I still hear about that. So I'm grateful. It was just such an awful odyssey. It was just terrible. We get everything done. We I get everything torn down for myself and help the other guys, and I get everything back to the room, and we get back together. We just talk for a while. Everybody's kind of wanting to get together. Somebody said, "Hey man, this is great. Come sit with us. We'll get you dinner." And sometimes that happens, and that's really kind of neat that people thought enough of this, So just talking with a lot of people, ended up staying up a bit later than usual, but just went to bed, crashed that night. It was just been such a struggle to get there, but the show is basically done. Now it's next day, Sunday. There's a lot of neat presentations and some more heartbreak. It was just kind of hard. That gal that I had run into just made such an impression on me. There was somebody else, while I'm trying to get everything ready, trying to do all the stuff I gotta do for this, who also had a fancy tour and made a full court press, and that's the way she went. And that afternoon, I had a chance to congratulate them as she left to catch her flight. But, you know, you gotta be happy for people. You can't begrudge someone else their happiness because they're showing that it's possible for you with what's happening to them. And that's the gracious, gentlemanly thing to do. Anyway, it was a neat day. Had a chance to talk to some more people. Just had a chance to take in these wonderful presentations, and people are just so excited. It was such an amazing atmosphere. Everything that everybody wants to do, and I am just in so much agony. It's difficult. One of the things that day was trying to figure out, around these amazing presentations and talking to other people, how the heck am I going to get back home? And I had one of the event founders, that's kind of telling me, come on, Tim, I know you're tired. I know it's frustrating, but you've got to keep going. You've got to find a solution to this. This is how we can help you. We'll do what we can, but you've got to find something. And he was absolutely right, and I appreciated that he would say that, because I'm not thinking very clearly at this point. It's been such a difficult experience, and eventually I did find a solution. There was a rental car at the airport, and I figured finally we'd have this all settled. But that wasn't the way it worked out. So we're going to leave this with a to be continued, and we'll get you in the next installment. It might be a little later because of the traveling that I'm going to have to do with this upcoming show, but we'll get it to you. There's the link to the free song in the bio, plus the story. If any of this is resonating and you want to connect that way, that's the way to do it. I'll make sure that there's a link in the description as well. But we'll leave this on that note, and we'll talk soon.